Promo ato mema de shema nyina aha aba UTV promo kase social and so se kase obetimi ahwe ewo UTV Ghana wa be for 10 times so saso na channel 360 on DSTV so obetimi ahwe kase yi ewo ehonomo asada kase enko emajumekuo ya edidi suyi this way chocolate drink en awie jewo ice na jewo nsuo nyunu num nanom uwia bomidin na for maseda ma mesaso na best point savings and loans ni best assurance wo honomo de mafo sika nyina kodan wo mo na obenya hotoso papa you2 I data salt nchine pa enti maybe mpa wo fie enso da saso na special ice mineral water ensu papa we fen abucho ensu meda sa dwuma ko nyina asekasie insama hodo a edimu akotene ebi ene Oswafo a wo share yensase ene efom agudie anaso obade niam pa wode amaye efom agudie eso sabre wo se oh my Ghana eba yenkwaye na wo share yenkwaye no 288 na emu adua 99 ena sabre galamsefo aseno pant we say eye asemo a etete wo my Ghana pa ye free honom so ana ye ba eye dom kuma wo mehso bedwamo sabre wo mo se aban one 10 times so was we say a putupuru so one two koko mu enko 7,400 was say eno and aban enye na sesie so na eyo soafo a wo share amanone nsem so was say passport office sabe o mo ba be share adwuma se anapa awia ene enwumre 24-hour economy no o say be koso e wo honom pa so na UTV ne Ghana manfo bi no atwetwe enkomo so mampanyi His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na soafo ene mrahye bedwam efo nsoso no sabre wo mu twemedi a wo mu edi busumi ni si yedi ni si so sei ena wo mu ehu no enti age wo mu adwenkyira yede ba bedan ahwefo nyina we ne nsam kaye bi eka ho ena me abena chei bo ache somfo me de ba bedan mu afi kase no enkyire mu Oswafo wo shensase ene obo ade ne mapa eye fomagudie eso honorable Emmanuel Amakofiboa ena sabre wagina mrahye bedwam ade ato wo manim se oh my Ghana o how ne atete pa ekoso se ba yenkwaye na wo se wo share yenkwaye ahodo na ye wo 288 na chese emu adua 9944 ena galamsefo aseno wo se emu 40 no o ma se emu enkono so de wunya kwanpo ena wo de akwakopie mu ewo ho no mti wo se forestry commission for wo mo officers na enya kwan ne mu nkono mpo wo mo de akọ se we se yade a eha adwene enu nti enam so ama wo de hyehyeye bi ebeba se de beya ebeye ekun akotia wo mu fa kwan bone so ti wofo magudie wo mu de asia no sei ene wo chim
is currently faced with an unprecedented threat to our forest resources and water bodies due largely to illegal small-scale mining activities. This situation has assumed crisis proportions with dire national security and public health consequences that require immediate attention. Honorable Speaker, it will interest you to note that out of the 288 forest reserves that I have mentioned, a whopping 44 of these forest reserves are under serious attack by illegal miners, and an estimated area of over 5,000 hectares has been devastated. And to put it literally, about 7,000 standard football fields is what I'm talking about that has been devastated. Over 9 out of the 44 forest reserves, and Mr. Speaker, this is very important, over 9 out of the 44 forest reserves have been completely taken over by these illegal mining tax with impunity. And the Forestry Commission no longer have access to these forest reserves. In the short term, Mr. Speaker, we want to clear all water bodies from illegal mining activities through the use of river gas under our Blue Water Initiative. Details of this initiative will be provided during the launch of this initiative in the coming weeks. 2, engagement of stakeholders at all levels. Among other things, the intention is to strengthen our regulatory and law enforcement regime. We'll talk about the numbers. In the last few years, the numbers for prosecution for illegal mining is not very encouraging. Out of over 800, the number we had for people who have been prosecuted was less than 40.
Ewa sama oswafo ama kofibu adi tu dwai so ena dom kese wo mrasebedwam mo ba no deni honorable Mahama Ayarega edi tu so se sasem na ekoso ni nyina no enye bibia ntie wo se aban emma bambo ejumako no enye omajuma wo se se de oyi wo mo afi abandada yi wo mo free honom na fe bambo ejuma efo no so no enko honom petrol enhu se de esiko ensi wo ma no kwan wo se enu nti ena ama galamsefo yi agi atese.
I see the problem as a crisis of law and order. Why do I say it's a crisis of law and order? The minerals and mining law has very beautiful provisions that if we just followed it and implemented it, it will deal significantly with the problem. What are the provisions, Mr. Speaker? One, people realize that there's gold somewhere, they will go and dig. No matter what you do, it's not just Ghana, anywhere in the world. When people hear that there is gold anywhere, whether it is in America or Australia or in Europe or in South Africa, Mr. Speaker, if we hear that there is gold beneath this chamber, by the time you go back and come back tomorrow morning, you will see some people who will come and find ways and means of digging underneath this chamber to extract the gold. That is gold for you. And that is how gold has attracted people over the period in history. So you cannot stop gold mining. You cannot. What you should do is to legalize gold mining. So the Minerals and Mining Law says that the minister, is that okay, when he identifies an area that could become a small-scale gold mining site, he should so designate it as a small-scale gold mining site. When he designates it as a small-scale gold mining site, it gives the regulatory authorities the powers to now intervene. When I went to the illegal gold mining sites, I noticed, and I was the Minister for Environment, and I went there, and I didn't see my EPA officers. EPA officers were not there. When I asked them, but why are you not here helping them to do it properly? They said, because it's an illegal activity, we at EPA cannot come and be supervising them. So when the minister designates it as a small-scale mining area, then the EPA will now be able to move in and also provide them with technical support as to how to do it properly.
Yatwa kasia no so na domkuma ewo mrashebedwem sabre omo ne nsemtwofo akasa na opanyina odi animu ekasa ye honorable ya opoku honorable Isaac ya opoku wono na ye offenso mrashebedwani na ni nyina ene se wo mo se wo mo ka kire aban ene wosoafo a wo hye ye agric yisui se wo mo homoden na wo mo nto kokoo mu enko 7,400 sanse wa mansen dwaso no eko America dollar no $11,000 enti se de aban ni si share bo se wo ba wo betu kokoo mu wo wo ha nchemu aduoso 70% no wo mo force ye nyoyo na we say eye putupura de enti wo mo ka wo mo na ntentem so na wo mo nto
Aba beto aban se mo bekaya honorable Eric Opoku madam fupa no obi a mebunu pa samre no onna na ye ranking member for agriculture and na yewura atoforce Dr. Kesel atoforce mo kai se o mo ka se cocoa board any aban no esisi akuafo na enkese se sika bia yebenya ewa amansan dwaso bia no ye chemu miensa na ye de emu mienu ama akuafo no samra na oka no na amansan dwaso no na cocoa board no na $10,000 per ton and omoka say ye akuafo no 6,000 oye calculations no ye akuafo no anye bia kra no ye ma 6,000 ya mencha de say cocoa price no kra no ekosoro Samre free January besi samre no we weighted average na when yakra no benya $11,000 per ton when yakra no into we calculations na as a sen case say no yetumi tua akuafani bia bag bia wo de be kokoko shed akoton bia no enke amount 7,400 ene akire ensesa kra enti eno ne ye ka akire aban no se wa promise akuafo enti na akuafo gina so e de to aba e de ma wo wa betena konwa so emfie friends enna aduanan enan nie enne me kan ye na aduanan nan akuafo nti bibia nenti na promise na wo ye no na wo ye na de apɛ abatro keke o de pebos keke ana say you meant business nti akuafo se wo mo sre wo mo sese wo mo guso eton kokoo no na wo mo hwe wo mo anim se wo mo tu kokoo no ema wo mo no sese amansan dwaso no ebo no kwa na ekosoro ti wo mo ntum anye ye bia na wo mo hwe anim se wo mo benya 7,400 ene akire ensesa na asemo a ye de beto
Sabre ubepie mu ewo eye Western North eye mrashebedwani a wo honom eye Honorable Wilbert Petty Brichum eno de atuja se ye share illegal mining ni a ekoso bebrebe aye galamsefo ya wo se ni nyina enye nipa ba akofo kon ese nyina ye kabom esanse ye oman nyina adesoa na wo se akuafo kokuafo no bi wo honom a wo mo afiri wo mo pem eton wo mo nsase ede ma wo mo fa kwambone so tu efom agudie wo se bredru se esese ye eye koko pension scheme ema wo mo wo se nipa ni nim se wo wani da so bi se ni nyina echi no wo be didi sika bi se ho a emma ni timu mpo se won ton ni koko no eno nti sabre ehu behia say ye desa koko pension scheme no ebeba
the whole of Ghana. Let me say, I get more or less national security issue. I so I'm say, how can say galamsey for as assassin? I'm saying galamsey for now. I say a farmers now at home. Galamsey need because as a swabra or as a sibra and kasa. Maybe omuya omwaka se bi omu ebia ebeye friends forest in because forest friends omu pinko aban ho ne nkoka but if I say kuku ni did the ebeye say kuku for no say obi a oton na asase a kuku e dey galamsey na adwin mu no ebia wonya mfaso wo galamsey bo no ase de onya wo aban tiri nya se aban be shisha e ma kuku farmers no ani beje de wo ye ho na ama wo aresim se da chibi kuku no mfaso be baso nti we ka you graduate the money mahama o se kuku farmers no so be ye pension scheme e de amon nti ono sa no se ade bia ye ya e be hye wo nkran no mo se o afro da chibi bi e ho ma nti ma wo tonton kuku se de e tie ba e ade a e ha we ni mo bi ma o mo aton kuku no o mo jiska no na o mo pia fani bibia sabe o ko fu sa bonso sikari bi enibo
Oswafo a wo hye amanone ensem so Honorable Samuel Kujato Ablakwa ena sabre wakwa pie mu o passport office o headquarters ena oni adwumayfo no akasa se sabre wo mo emboaboa wo ho na emre a wo mo de adwuma no sabre wo mo ba betwim wo se ebi be ye adwuma na pa ebi be ye adwuma enwumre na bi aye adwuma so awia wo se we se nyina eye bosha wo mo hye se wo mo de 24-hour economy beba no motimi afani padodo wo adwuma mu no na afen so wo se sa chip embedded passport no so no wo mo de eba beba enti sabre wo mo ne eye passport wo mo de passport data ene identification authority for eba be kabum se de be wo betimi de verify ama sabre se wo bi apply for ne passport na e betimi aye o hare so na ne nsa aka nentem.
We heard about big reforms that we want to carry out. We want the passport administration in our country to become a 24-hour operation. So this year, you need to stand by and get ready. Be preparing yourselves. We are going to be running 3 shifts so that we want to cut down on the waiting time for passports. I'm told that you've done quite well. You've come up to about 3 weeks to 4 weeks these days. But we believe that within a week, it should be possible to get a Ghanaian passport when you apply for it. And the 24-hour intervention we are making will address that. Then we are also of the view that we need to get more modernized and do away with the the frustration that the general public has been complaining about. So those who will be coming for renewals, you already have their details in your system, you have their biometrics and all of that. You should be able to apply online and get your passports delivered to you through courier. All of this, stress in trying to access passport application center and then coming back for your passports in a modern era, 21st century, we cannot still be doing that. So as part of the reforms, we are going to make sure that we go fully digital. You can access your passport anywhere you are, and then it is only those who, if the passport administrators determine that there's a need for some fiscal assessment, some interview to be sure that you are truly a Ghanaian and you qualify, or there's some query that has been raised and they want to assess that, because remember that this is also a security matter and we must make sure that our passports do not get into the wrong hands. So you need to be preparing yourselves. The director has already prepared a paper for the takeoff of the 24-hour services, making sure that we go fully digital, making sure that there are courier services that will deliver the passport, so that the backlog situation you are having, where there are more than 70,000 passports that have not been picked up as we speak, we can deal with that once and for all. Finally, I want to also assure you that the transition, we've come a long way. It used to be machine readable passports, then we moved to biometric passports. Now we are transitioning to chip embedded passports. And the former president commissioned a project which has started in 2016. I don't know why it took us so long, but we remain committed to the chip embedded passports arrangement consistent with the ICAO standards. So stand by, we will soon be doing the transition. There's a cabinet meeting tomorrow and we have presented a cabinet paper. We want to get the blessing of the new cabinet that we can roll out, and this is the date that we are looking at, so that we can now fully transition from biometric to the chip embedded. So
Oswafo a wo hye enkramantam mu honorable Linda Oklu ena sabre waka asensi so bio se wo hye bose ewo nnefua 50 no emu no wo be hye se ye street light a ahodo ewo enkramantam ha se ni nyina no obesiesie no wo se ogusuwa ejina so wo se sabre die ne manfo enhyada enhu na mmom yenhwe enimu a se bosome wo yenime obosome ne bosom ne de toso edu no obia ebehu se de okaye no waye ne sa pepepe wo se sansiesie ya wo ye ebeboa ama ye bambo ejuma no so no etimi akwa enimu afen so no ahyenkafo ene wo ma wo monam fom nyina wo betimi ehu wo manim eye.
I mean, we've given them targets. I mean, up to 10th of March, I mean, we should see something on the street. So that is exactly what. We've also written to Ministry of Energy. They've also responded well, so we are waiting for them. And then Highways has also contracted Prefos to work on some of the streets. So, I mean, we are on course. So far, so good. They have, but I mean, that's why I'm saying that we are working hand in hand to make sure that we brief you. The MMDCs, we are making sure that we have one of the best DCs, and that is why I'm not sure it's delaying though, but we have to take time to make sure that we get the right people to work for us. And so I don't know whether you've heard Greater Accra has been nullified. I mean the vetting, so we're restarting a new vetting that is tomorrow, Thursday. But after the revetting, I believe that within some few weeks, I mean, you hear something.
Ghana for bi no mo akere o madwene afọ mampanyina bread ni si ekunyan so yi wo mo se bosome abesine twam na sabre o mache o madwene e de afa sede na djuma esitie enye ononko na soafo a wapa wo mo ene mrahye bedwamfo ebinom UTV ene Ghana for bi twetwe nkomo sei ene o mo kire o madwene fa ho.
Or say young man 120 days. And within 120 days, and so the implementation idea was started from appointment and everything is going on well. And they say bompa say budget in the ban idea be boy. Now on fan to budget in the idea yes, so you have benefited from the current government.
Difference boom there. Me who understand there. I feel maybe understand be taking place there. That is fine.
Me how you know say nyama bu akosro pa. Say ne ukotoka ho nyama 7,000 2,000 na dey ekọ. If you can engineer you turn 35 mo can say 35 million. Say 320 million. Sayo nji ba ko pekeke. Ho two bibia obeye say bibia betobia ne bu akosro. Nti yesra ban say wa baye de nyama no ya pa no so bebre on ti nyama no so moye. Ya how you know no.
The oba for side ya wontimi hu ni sa. Bani nyame empire na de better na chise bibia be na yen Ghana for na kasa no sie say adwen dia aba bia na obeye yi edin say am kan sa patrol mu sie yen tutu patrol ebi si atutu edro nyimre bo 5:30 to 6 opa mo ye genesis mo kohwe free set car price eko nsamu nya car by free car price ko nsamu 15 cedis by edro nyimre free car price ko poko asi 10 cedi onya duru a kuboro boys bi go se kuboro boys mi hu adwuma mo ye omudo no makasa twa price no yi nipa ni na guo no o ma san fa ko amasaman
so I bibia my because upon all that requirement still all case say school for school akase na betwea mo school fees what was for betwea school fees there you know not me say je na you try tight today na we say be school fees dey be so anyway. So I say because now they ban them me hu hwe me nya hu improvement bia be boa
see me hu hwe because nyama na oka say oba be ye no say no ye ye hu ni oh say wa promise say obey we obey ba oba ye na nya sa na ye hu be oka say obey 24 hours economy e no no de nkrofo no mwom dada bandada de odegum dada no wasan be yi wom nti Ghana for ye ntinase. So at any school feed program so I basa because I say you say abandon no otua school fees magana for say no kan say oba ono so obeto aso by oba ye hu say na nema no
happiness of the people changing the government you know it's okay people are no more complaining like before
yen 24 our economy ebe papa because if you look at Western countries, that's what they used to develop. So with 24, apart from the 24 our economy, agri is another thing that the government have to look at. First of all, they shouldn't depend much on the June, July, that is rainfall. Let's think about the irrigation as well.
Ano kura mi hu hwe but oba no say enuru busumi ahin bia ye. Nti say ono na kuma mu nkwan da awrade ka no kuma obeya manabro so. Sese de ye first na oil one bottle no na ye tono 80 series sese de ye 50. Nti ye bidie so bibia sese de gusu ba fam kakra.
Yetwa kase no eso Executive Officer Emma Ghana Tourism Authority Mamiefua who ajeto ena sabre wo hia ne mpanyimfo a wode wo boba be ye adwuma wo Ghana Tourism mpesua na so ana se sector honom na eno ena mami wo sese nhyiemu no yade a omudi be huhu wo mo ho na afi so no wode ne tiri mo po ene nadwi mo po ba be boa ama Ghana Tourism Authority etimi akwanimo.
Well, we need to have some more doors here. By 36 different groups. Play a very, very, very important part in the tourism industry. Nyamekani say, me mami for the new CEO of Ghana Tourism Authority. Me tamwe chipa, me ni omubaye juma. Na ye making sure say the tourism economy, eco-tourism, green energy. Oh, say previous government they focused a lot on international events, and we will focus on eco tourism, domestic tourism, near the international events in Swaka home. It's the big ka ho, the big can ye beto ye no. Nyamekani say a huge industry, Osi nyina yetumi ba ko ne ye adwuma. Eya metu Macau na wo industry no modoso dodo. It's omuma yenya ba ko we don't have time. Yenya ba ko ne yenya adwuma ne nko yenim.
And the GTDs no Ghana Tourism Board at the time, in our creative GTDs, and so we back at GTDs now, Ghana Tourism Authority, new baby, and they have almost about 40%, I think, interest shares in GTDs. And see, or natural there. You to me any GTDC, I Juma Akabum, now make sure that the vision of the president to offer the Black Star experience to Ghanaians and to the diaspora and to the whole world, and it comes to pass. And to know, that's why I promised that I would work closely, and I mean very closely, with GTA to make sure that the vision and the objectives actually come to pass here. Because it's a tourism now, or bits and pieces. It will be a hotel, it will be a restaurant, it will be a rentals, car rentals. Ni na kabum na ma tourism experience na oya den oya papa. Inti se yanka mboma yentumi yemma dem Black Star experience na onsi. Inti ne futu no de oya kope yanka mbom make sure the president and the vision about the Black Star experience is realized.
GTA nya new CEO. Inti amamre kwan so I was say Oshia tourism stakeholders for tourism trade associations. Inti our hotels, our restaurants, our tour operators, our tour guides, our various trade associations. Inti meet we almost invite and say Yemra, they may share new GTA CEO no. Na bibia no na fantu nanim internet a welcome meeting ye be oh the immediate to mpo the idea a World Tourism Act 817 mu say I was minister no through the support to the GTA organizing forum every quarter with stakeholders industry say the nation in Janka every quarter I was say meeting no baso and no na me train adwin abaso say I was say Australian side meeting in Basso, and I'm passing social Okasa and also say Wajia to Mopa, says PPPF, public-private partnership forum, no, all money in Wuda, or Manako Superpe, in Tiania Japa.
Ebusiafo said yɛhyɛ kase yɛase yɛde to edwa sɛ ɔsoafo hwɛ ensase ene oboade efomagudie eso wode to dwa wo mahye bedwam se saa bere galamsefo yenkwaye no eno matie sima wo mu ese no eno eye haw kese pa na sabe yensaka Dr. Ken Ashigbe wo ye Media Coalition Against Galamsey ewa homa so doc what make am mo ha eba UTV premo kase so
media
yo doc said ye eye honorable ode atudwa ewo mahye bedwam owie ye so krompo dom kese banu deni enso edibi eso se ba ye bambo edwuma numa ye ma ye ni enkoho no ke ye ni ena nko mutu anamon ekoho petrol ho no mo a ega we se nyina enkoso we ye obi a wani edi eye galamsey ensemochi no wo beka se de omo kan nyina saa na te anase bibi foforo bi wo ho no mo a oman no ma ye ni enkoho
no me da se papa o sha o ma pini e ba ye ya trono krata na ye trono no man na amampeni dada wo na na yedi mu obo na ye ka se yenye ya fa kai no sa no nti media eye me na kakra se minister no ebeba parliament no ma yenya yenim de da se sa na no man tie no oba be ka na sa oba ye oba ka no on ka se no mai nti me ka state of emergency because wo ko wo mu a forest reserves 9 Galamsey kwaji atisia no Forestry Commission gata omo abe mo ya mo mutumi so mo ko mutumi ko wo insuo so a water commission for ka entumi ko enko take sample I have to say sanko fui ase wo na ye wo mu na nkofo bi abeki ye territory na sa territory no aban entumi di wejuma and no nti na ye ka say state of emergency, we declare state of emergency. And the opposition, they can't state of emergency. I say, Mama Jeff, now, Peniba, Ghana coalition against Galamsey. Yes, no, I can't say state of emergency or a quiet issues. A idea, I say, to me, yay, and no, I say, I didn't say my air cassette, quiet 9 Ankasaka, to me. Our bride is there, in as much as Minister no wa form committee gold board so mo ye omo no ma no yes, no man ever who buy. Now, most of the challenges are yet facing MPP regime no more, and one who parliament MP for okay question say or to for say from another side and almost side they did about and not just tell say yen penifona ya for almost boy ya ban ka so buka galampino anything I yen to me kweli say no I win MP me ahemfo akase oka galampino ono so say ebinum kan and no see a important by this time because better from Omampini the better from MP Minister Lankasa because of allegations they take Kwa almost investigating look anyway. Now, Obia, who said, by this time, the business are contaminated. Former Minister for Lands and Natural Resources can't afford the But the same thing say in Japhobia because Omampini those kinds of opposition. On one can think of Bakrananka. Amount for your more because almost empty for Obama Abbey. Lama was concentrated on people, but Penny actually, it is a particular Galamsey party, the issues around governance, the issues around in conform and Penny for MP, Penny for we need to deal with it. The Ayan they are occurring a begging.
Dr. Shibe, who say, Niama, Masabedum ni bi, and I say, Omunya, if we galam say you. And Nuntina, Emo Muntimi, NC Gina ye, Ewo Honana, is answer Neme Kaipa say, newspapers ni be compo a publisher by na Masabedum ni a case so say. MPs ni bi abe hindrance and asa Masabedum for ni bi abe hindrance, is answer, woman a share a galam say ye, binum share chiripa, or my takrabo gem. Enti DNT ena wo muntimi ensi gina ye wo musika pesemi nkuminya enu nti na ema de yehu ana.
I think you have just stated it very clearly. Photocasm no ye beka say the firefighters no they become the arsonists. As a crana ye ni jamwana ye ni okrada ye no mato was omonchi crana omwankasa no asate away. The reason I yen to mean kwadi ND in Kudimo is because in Penifona, Yenioma Atu Hose Omundi, Dimno, Omunkasa no to Galantino, and Nuntina makes her say, yes, Mampianka can say, oh, Anabemuna, Umusa Okatadi one, or Bechuan. So we are not seeing it. Immediately by yet you say, Ashanti Regional Minister, or no cry at that or who say, Yadomo Mutu and San, and yes, I say, they see, and San is really good. And that means we call Kayan. Indeed, the actions are being to signal to perform more because Ghana highway, you go to just and terrorists, and now war you acquire 9 more bit like I said, immediately they say to me who action. In the minister, Mumbai yet is all to say, young journalists and young quality 2 years or year completely. Or no, or 2 minutes so between and then the now for Minister for Defense, Minister for Interior. No much in your forces, no being Air Force, Navy, Army, police. For no one did aside the Mujuma, but they can't come and be complaining to us because yes, and every day at the AAC, we are losing life. You are losing our forest. It's important. Say, any minister, they should be acting instead of just talking.
Dr. Shibesabre, a dear Sempana, who walk at Omampini, and say, we will be a bag galamse when someone at the Wakuma Sopana, who pegan and so, and put on a Ghana year, your dear Naubeka.
The American is normally be a soyan or one casano or opposition or can it be. Into one of the things, and the minister, I said 9 of the forest reserves, the issues around state of emergency over those 9 forest reserves should be immediate. Over your water body. Any the buffers of our water bodies, state of emergency, we should be immediate. We should take the actions that are in terms of the law enforcement. It should be done. And another thing I saw, on the government, he's not going to tolerate you engaging in this one. And so, demonstrate here. The first one is with I'll win MPI. Not some say investigate. As president, he should direct that this investigation should be done. If he's on Kahubia, then he's exonerated. But if he wants to really solve this, he needs to start off with those who are around him. And then he should also demonstrate the same way former Minister for Finance is here, the same way company which is a contaminant. By this time, almost they have been named in an illegality in the Forestry Commission and your investigation that shows that they are culpable. Another company, Heritage Nuclear, all big people around who have been called with Yenjusi and Mrakwansu, but he as president and so in a 90 form, and he needs to make some firm declaration, even some firm timeline to be able to deal with this. The one year side against him. They say I have 9 forest reserves now. I'm saying for IGP and Semo. They keep time out the rest account. So already account. How is that possible? Say in Ghana, you will attract from who say president that catch almost to. So it is important that the president immediately, let people know that he is serious about it. The same way about corruption or forming or no one for me or I said consultation to say what they do. Or for me, almost said they should act. So we need not just a committee to start asking for it because there are problems with that. Okay. Solutions if they are not NDC or more opposition, so they need to start implementing those things immediately.
Okay, Doc, yeah, the Ubesi has any other was so omre and wadaje busia for Dr. Kenneth Ashigbe, a media coalition against Galamsey and Yana Chochem Komo, yet so Cassiano so. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Sabre Wode and Simbia Babetujo say Ube Piemu ewa buying ejuma ye foa Sabre o market triano ya tumu eko ha inchemu edu 10% na wone eye labor union inkita hudia womo etena se ediye na womo ebobo ensemi hu ne nam so a ema sa ento akatua entumu yi aba enti sabre UTV ye kache ahwefo nyina ese ensem a ebefri mu ababia so echi no ye de beto ahwefo nyina eni ye to akase no eso United Nations World Food Program enya emwa edifri Korea International Cooperation Agency ehonom na sabre womo adadwumedie bi edi ni nyina ne se womo beboa Ghana emabunu ebinom ama womo etimi enyanimdie efa abefo kwan so a yetimi ede peja yenuane emu afen so no eba hodinura ewo yenuane mu ene yedada setena no so no betimi akọ enimu na wo hye enimu se empesua mako 56 ene omu benya so emfaso na eye mantan ne de mantan ensiamu ena womo ehya omu de omani akye omu beye saa enhyehyeye ebi eye upper west upper east northern Savannah and Greater Accra.
Training women in AI and data analytics, but we have to link that to agriculture or food systems and ensure that for that group, the final project is talking to a problem in the sector. Then we will have basic skills. We will have basic skills for our farmers. It could be teaching them how to access weather information, market, digital record keeping, cyber security, so that they know the dangers, so the skilling will happen. So from the support we are getting from COEICA, what we expect to see at the end of the 4 years is a technology-driven, resilient food system. We expect to use technology even more to make us efficient along the food system value chain. That we also expect to see economic empowerment, people having jobs or being more efficient at what they do. We expect to see improved responsiveness to food security challenges through creation of that MBAM, the establishment of the MBAM. We want to see improved nutrition and health improvements when we develop our game, our loyalty platform, through our SBCC campaigns, and then evidence-based, data-driven decisions, which will then talk to improved food and nutrition security and improved livelihoods.
This project that we are launching today is therefore a bold and innovative response to these challenges I've enumerated. It seeks to equip 15,000 young people, 60% of which are female, 40% female, and 5% should be persons with disabilities, but with skills and access to technology. Additionally, 500 national artists, I am told, will benefit from enhanced capacity building efforts. The project will achieve this through several interventions. First, through enhancing access to digital technology and services, leveraging technology for social and behavior change communication, providing technical assistance and policy support through strengthening national and local institutions to improve agricultural and social protection policies, as well as supporting national school feeding program for greater impact. Let us work together to harness the power of digitalization and technology to empower our youth, improve food security, and create sustainable livelihoods.
Sabi ya kwako piemu ewo Gomoa East na NDC coordinators ewo honomo 24 ena Sabri wo mode ato His Excellency John Dramani Mahama enim se wo bobo asofo di wo mo sere no onkai wo mo na eno ebetimi amom anya adwumu fan de ye adwumaden se de be ya 2028 abato a ewe yenim no ekonimdie ebetimi aba ede ama NDC ama yoko no na Upper Budumburam Ward Coordinator Eyora Joseph Amwa eno ode ato dwase ba na manyosem a eni edikan anase etu otwa etu omusa enti omampanyini enya gidie wo mumu na omo so betimi aye adwumaden pa se de be yankunimdie ebeba ede ama omampanyini akunya ene mrahye bedwam eye 2028 ewe yenim no ne no ene nam so ma constituency organizer Eyora Hassan Hamidu woni na bedi eche ne deputy so ede asada kese koma coordinators ni nyina ene omo de emo ene sika omambodin so ema wo
Yehu say Gomoa is Nyamiadum 2024 7 December yabo dwumadi etimi maintain seat no ye honorable Desmond Digapetu etimi maintain seat no any yetimi nyas presidential seat no so Gomoa East yetimi win power no so Gomoa East yetimi enya almost 15,000 difference and MP side so yenya almost 8,000 difference. Ni na edwumade a yetimi ye ni na coordinators no ene boaye eyezu coordinators Gomoa is your 24 coordinators edwumade a coordinators no aye no as an organizer any the deputy yetimi ntinase yetimi free coordinators no appreciate omo so you decide say many deputy decide say we have to call the coordinators na ewiasi the whole Ghana will say Gomoa is coordinators no almost they show their impact. Omo bujuma NDC etimi nya ne power e Ghana. The juma dia coordinators omo ya Gomoa is no yamfa omo nka nyama ho a ya kechire. Enti na me frɛ me ni me deputy e frɛ coordinators no yembra omo bra na yentutu ya adwen yenhwɛ de yebetimi amuvu forward. Enti yaba no so yamba yesem kwa me ni me deputy we didn't come. Yaba no yedi yesem bibi kakra e support here yeto omo each coordinator e one rice any ni TNT eyezu
eduma one coordinators here bon yen some me boss asan ami yes yet nasi de yen ko wanado de yen from one de yen want to be biala osafata da anokwa asami de na yen wan ni yi that was something ya ja to me osafata de multi bia no yet when suffer ye ward coordinators no me yin udin koma osafata mo koi inya yempo yemita ye because you normally go akwem the Bible do koi dem medical kan wasam ye ntina se kwa de ye 2028 baba sana ya oboa ye de koi election the Bible do koi me was Hassan Amidu it is shebe na ye be ye Gomoa East no ya me was so champ water aba nkwi bia sa ye de wo ani sama ye kum no ne aton say that free oye word coordinators
na ye beda ye mpendifo ase eye constituency organizer Honorable Hamid Hassan na Ojo Mahadi deputy organizer adikese a amaye ward coordinators no ye ni asopa e bi say ina nim say edwumaden na ye 2024 na enkurumbia ba no so no omakaye say ward coordinators ye edwuma papa ansa na omofre ye den adaya se no na ye tosu bi mi say ye de coordinators ye wo ho say ye edwuma ama NDC party abi biara o me friend ye mpenifo organizer ne main organizer ne deputy o me friend bia no ye be badwom so ne ata o machi ama ye de ye adwumaden abi bia o me friend
Sabre yakopie mu ewe University of Ghana na omanfo omukọ honom ko gentete ye ba emremu a wo mu ewie school ne no na UTV ni binim twetwe nkomo no mo de tu dwase wo mu sra ban se wonye nhyehyeye a ebetimi aboa ama wo mo begye adesua ne de ebe kire wo mu no ede mfaso ebeba ma Ghana fo.
Technology is here with us. It's our life now. So people should actually, I encourage a lot of people to go into STEM and go into technology as well. There are lots of opportunities coming up now. There are jobs existing now which didn't exist 10, 15 years ago. And I'm sure as technology evolves, there will be new areas, new dimensions coming up which will open up opportunities for jobs. So I encourage everybody to get to understand technology as much as they can. And I encourage people who have an interest to actually pursue information technology law. I've really enjoyed the program. So it's very important that we all get to try and understand how technology works and the implications of technology on our lives. So that's what drove me to study information technology law.
As a country, I think the state needs to look at our curricula and see how best we can structure courses that would have impact on society. And if we are able to have impact on society, and that's the essence of education.
This is information technology era, and IT is not for only men. I encourage all women who are, interested in this field to think about enrolling for the course.
It's been the grace of God that has made it possible, and we had a good community in the class. We have made connections that we intend to continue with, and we will further it for the development of our country. The IT law class in general, anytime we are called, everybody's excited. That's how we worked as a team. Nobody was alone. There was no island in the class. I can't sit down and watch someone suffer. I'll go and find out what help do you need. And that is how we work together. And I believe that we can all learn from it. When everybody is happy, we are all happy. That had been our mantra from day one, leaving no one behind. And eventually that's what we did. We all came through.
IT nanka mema nkwanso say de ma bebre abemu ehun say no parity na yefe mesua mema susua ni na so bema mpomtu no so akwanim omomi omeni ade a mema betumi aye no maso betumi aye enti say ehun bebre wo ye ntem enti say it is possible we nye political one no IT law de
minya no ma o ma ye nsua BBF information technology so de be ya nimde na ye wo no ye betumi edi akokan ukọ njuma bebre mu a ye nyina IT nyoma na use u phone na use IT u computer and our desktop computer and also your IT e wo se wonya ho nimde se de be ya ukọ ejuma na esi ho na wo se wo de ye ejuma wo betumi edi aye ejuma e wo se wo hu emran so e fa ho se de be ya wo ye bibia wo betumi abo ho ban
enye bibia se abai for IT but IT no ye se hu se hu sunsanso wo ho so wo for obi ade obi phone ana se obi hu nsem de to abai for mfidie so hu se emra wo ho a eni obedi.
We decided to do IT law because of the way the world is going, and society is dynamic, it's not static. So as society is moving, so should we also move. And where the direction is heading is IT. So everything IT is what we studied in IT law, and we are grateful we studied that course. There's no gender involved with IT law. So if I can do it, you can also do it. Every woman out there, go for IT law the next time you are thinking of doing your master's.
It's in a Mijna Semisonia, the team kwa kesiye akwa adiama ye deputy news editor Joan Efua Mensa wono ena dina sem etu justice ye mani team kwa pa nyame enhira no ewe adesheman ye gina eye Semisonia home premo kasiye so yekoba David Oforisafo Bongo Difara odi agudie mo nsebato ase beba sisia